Welcome to the Friends of Friends podcast. Here are your hosts, Henry Hargitay and Jason Cole.
That I began recording Cole World Training as your videographer, as a part-time trainer, part-time bucket getter, part-time
clamp doctor.
doctor. This is effectively the 2-year anniversary of when we really got shit going with Cole World Training, is how I view it. And it's been an incredible ride thus far. So I
definitely agree with that. So because I've been training for a long time, Hank, and I never got it on camera. And when you came to Cole Training, you definitely turned it around.
Appreciate that. We turned it around together. And so today, being the 2-year anniversary of this all beginning, I wanted us to just react to some video. I put together a compilation of my favorite moments behind the camera filming Cole World Training. Some of them actually in front of the camera, but hey, we'll get to that.
I hope it's not bloopers.
Hey, these were my favorite. We'll have a day for your favorite, but these are my favorites. So let's get it rolling. Let's look back at day one, right? Day one, the first ever day of Cole World Training. And this, for context, was essentially peak COVID times. And we couldn't even train in the gym yet full time. So all we were doing was training outside. And you remember this first day.
That's family right there. That's family.
To think that it all began.
That's my 3 young bulls right there.
It all began in the driveway.
Wow.
At the time, no treadmills.
All the way to the street.
Should I run or should I
Yes, you should run.
Yeah. No. Oh no. Should I run, coach?
But what? Looking back on it, this was just a really special.
Yo, I had the real biker gloves on.
This was just a special day.
Oh yeah, we was getting to it though, cause that's tough.
It ain't the shoes. Come on, let's go.
Yeah,
it's not the shoes. You should have worn your Kobe's, man. Whoa! Stand up.
He had to take a rest right there.
Nah, it ain't the shoes.
It's not the shoes. Should I run?
Wherever we are with Cole World Training, I'll always remember that day. To think that we literally started training peak COVID, couldn't even go in the gyms. So you straight up just trained people in their driveway, had them run up and down hills. Those kids got better.
We needed conditioning first and foremost. So, what better way than on the street? You're already.
Exactly. Another one of my favorites, Yair, all credit in the world. The improvement is off the charts.
Oh, yeah.
But I'll never forget this one-on-one matchup where he said he could guard you. And ultimately, you just put it to the test. And the rest.
Oh, I got to jab him. Get at him. Oh, don't run away. Oh, look at him. Where you going, buddy? Don't go for that. I'm not shooting it. Trust me, I'm not shooting it. Oh, excuse me. Lay me. Oh, sorry.
Oh, my God.
I got on running sneakers. Oh, man.
All credit in the world to Yair. The kid became a serious player.
Yeah,
he became a
definitely.
serious
Shout
player.
out to Yair. He got a lot better.
And it's because of moments like that, you know. But of all the guys who ever came into the gym, I really don't think I ever saw anyone who had a more unique style than ISO. I don't even know his real name. I just know him as ISO fan. But
Khalil
Brandley. I did know his name.
He's a freshman at LaSalle this year. He just put his name in the transfer portal.
His game is it's different. He has
That's against a pro. That was against a pro, the last bucket.
You think he's just kind of being like lackadaisical and chill, but it's just like this is how he is, and it works.
Bucket.
And he's not afraid to get weird. He's not afraid to get weird, going through people's legs.
Look. Give me that.
The athleticism. Oh my God.
Yeah, he's finishing over the rim.
You know, and all credit to Dave too, because like I want to go back to that when he went through his legs and dunked it. I mean, you know how many kids end up in that situation and then they end up lacrosse players because of shit like that? Dave turned into a legit college player.
Got me choking. Yo. But remember when Dave was on the podcast, he said, he was like, yo, Jay exposed me to a bunch of better talent.
Yeah.
And this was one of them. I mean, look.
100%
played in the A10.
Exactly.
Battling him.
Like, you know,
94 feet for 3 hours.
You think something like that makes Dave look silly? No, ask Dave. He'll tell you that's the shit that got him 10 times better. Like, look at ISO doing this. I mean, are you kidding me? His game is... Yeah. It was just so crafty and smooth, and he wasn't afraid to just like be crazy with it.
It was one of the toughest that in the gym for sure.
I just really
reversed with the left at the top of the backboard.
My God,
me.
Probably my all-time favorite player who ever came into the gym, you know, for the one-on-one sessions. And listen, all credit to Max here. If ISO was the best player I'd ever seen come into the gym, or most stylish player, Max had the greatest pass in the history of Cold World training. I mean, Max had his moments, man. Oh.
Dime!
Look at Clive. He can't believe it. It's so disrespectful.
Young C.
Nah.
He done. Oh, what happened? What happened next? Uh-oh.
I mean, but this pass, are you kidding me? You know, we a lot of these guys are pros, so I feel a lot more comfortable making fun of them now. Shout out to our boy out in London, Mike Williams. One of the best shooters I've ever seen come into the gym besides myself. But this was a day where you were putting him through it and he was just exhausted. And his yell here with the, ensuing clank, I've never seen a shot this bad from a great shooter.
Oh, and Mike can fill it up. He can shoot it.
Mike can shoot it, but man, you were going after him. Look at this.
He's a pro. You have to be able. Yeah, he's a pro.
This is rap number 100. Just like the way that shit clanged off the backboard.
How are these your best moments in the gym? I want to know. What's the topic?
Because this is where pros are made. Am I wrong? Okay. Tell me I'm wrong. This is where pros are made. True. You know, on that same topic, one of my favorite videos, and I'll never forget this one, was Raleigh, once again, must have been on like rep 100 here. And this is what makes you different as a trainer, I think. You're not afraid to go to a place with these athletes and really dig deeper than most trainers. You know, so many trainers are comfortable just rebounding, passing, whatever. You know, you're not afraid to dig deep with a guy who's played in the NBA, who's got an NBA jersey sitting in his locker and get into him.
He told me, he said he was done, you know. You can't be done. We're not done.
Yeah. You know, and the video where you're pushing him and, you know, to me, that is what it was always about.
Rolly is super tough. Hard to guard.
One of my all-time favorites, for all the wrong reasons.
Mr. Ben Kushner.
Mr. Ben Kushner, but not about Ben Kushner. The ensuing no call from Yair after this atrocious foul. He said no foul. Listen to him. He said no foul.
He tackled him. Oh, good thing we got the review.
Oh my God. Those were just, I think, what, 8 or 9, maybe 10 clips of just some of my favorite moments from the past 2 years. But believe me, we could have done an hour-long episode on this stuff because it's been a special 2 years, I think.
Oh, I can't wait for my favorite clips because, man, I hope we have them all.
That's going to be
Because I got a memory like no other.
That's going to be a fun day.
I don't think I ever forgot anything ever.
That's going to be a fun day. All right, before we get out of here, a wise man who I used to work for or work with at ESPN used to always tell me, the more you read, the more you study, the less you know, and especially how that pertains to sports betting. And so I figured, once I heard that, I thought there were really, no truer words. And so I kind of stopped thinking too much into my betting and started to ask myself, how can I find someone who knows absolutely nothing about sports and is just going to pick off their own gut and their own instincts? And how can I get on
just a team, just a winner?
Team, yeah, just winners. Who could cook up a parlay who knows nothing about sports? You always trust a girlfriend's parlay. And so making her debut on the show, making sure she's unmuted, the girlfriend parlay of the day, Caroline, what's up?
Yeah.
Look at the sweatshirt. Henry, I'm kind of offended you said I know nothing about sports. I made a bracket this year.
She made a bracket.
I made it farther than Henry. You
got about 30 more seconds of airtime. So why don't you just hurry up and give us your parlay?
So my parlay of the day is Mets over Nationals, the Bruins over the Hurricanes, and Miami Heat over the 76ers.
And the rule is if she goes 0 for 3, she's never allowed on the podcast again. This is her one chance.
If I go 3 for 3, then dinner on Henry.
Ooh. Stakes are getting high.
Stakes are getting high. All right. Beautiful. I love it. Friends of Friends podcast. Go like, go subscribe.
Be a friend of a friend. Like, subscribe. We love all the energy we getting.
See y'all next time.
Thanks for checking out the Friends of Friends podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell a friend.